Hello there, and welcome back to Automata 9. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're going to be building a Palisades around the entire colony here because I'm tired of getting raided by pirate ships. So there are two different ways I can go about doing this. The first is there is actually walls. We can build different walls. We got stone sections like this. If I switch the colony pack, let's see, Caledonia. How does the Caledonian one look? That's more stone. Yeah, no, these are all stone. I know there are wooden ones also in. Maybe it's on a different pack. Nordic might have something. Palisades. There we go. Palisade wall. That should give me wooden. Yeah, so I can either do something like this. Use actual palisades from one of the actual walls. Or I could just build my own. And, you know, if I build it my own, then I don't have to worry about having to... Oh, I didn't realize when that was fully upgraded that would have a beacon in it. That's kind of cool. So you can either set these up and have my builders build them for me, or I can just build them myself, or I can do a hybrid. I start by building something basic myself and then start giving them these tasks and let them continue, replace them, upgrade, and that sort of thing. So, you know, why don't we just get started, build a basic one around the entire wall, and then I can start setting up these, or I can do actual walls like the stone walls. And that might require a bit of redesign. But yeah, I might need to rearrange stuff a little bit. Either move these closer together or add more housing. I would definitely want more housing over here eventually. Although once these are fully upgraded, they do house like 5 people each. So you don't need that much housing, especially considering we have 5 hobbit holes over here. Those provide a lot of housing also. All right, well, I'm going to grab some wood. I think we have a whole ton over in our warehouse, and get started on it. And we've got the basic wall done. Wraps all the way around. Next, I'm going to add a gate to allow passage in and out. I do not know if there's a spawn condition for raids that there has to be a way inside the colony. If I were to have written the code for it, I would include that. So let's say a raid spawns over here. If there's no way into the actual colony to reach, say, the town hall, the raiders would instead spawn inside the walls. So we're going to have to add a gate. Again, I don't know if that's actually a thing, but that's what I would do if I was writing the code. So yeah, we're going to add probably over here. Add the gate over here. What I want to do is, this is a barracks. Now, this is not where it's going to go, but what I was thinking was having the barracks pretty much next to the gate. So the first thing when you come inside the gate is the barracks. And what you can do with these barracks is, as you upgrade the building to 2, 3, and 4, and so on and so forth, is you can build a guard hut on each of these corners. Until you finally have 4 guard huts. That's these, by the way, on each corner of the barracks. In addition, what I would love to do is, say we have the gate right here, have a guard hut on either side of the gate, so that by this entrance we would have eventually 5 huts. 6 guard huts. And that way there's some protection when entering the village colony. But yeah, this is what we got so far. And then in the future, when we start expanding, I was thinking we could build a bridge that spans from like right here across to right here, and then we can build like a second district right over here. I think that'd be nice. And we'd be able to move like the farmhouse and the forester and stick them over there instead, and this will be sort of a agricultural district, whereas this would be the builder and the school, the university, all the big interior constructions would be in here. But yeah, so next, we're going to build a gate. And there are actually gate blueprints. Palisade gate. Here we go. And so this is an actual, well, this isn't really much of a gate right now, although it doesn't upgrade. There are gate blocks from mine colonies. And here we go. Auto place parts. Max size is 5x4. And yeah, I think you can automatically open and close these gates with like a lever. And it would, well, lift the gate so you can open and close. So that is probably what I'm going to want to do. Colonial walls, gate. Yeah, that's also not what I was thinking. Well, I'll go for simple palisade for now. But I think you get the idea. Have a proper gate over here, have a barracks next to it, put guard posts on either side. That way it's protected. Any raiders trying to come in would have to go through the gate and the guards. And I'm not going to have to worry about colonists, although, guards do count as colonists, getting attacked. Yeah, I think this is going to work. I've looked at a couple different gate designs, and this is the closest to the aesthetic we're going with. So let's rotate this one. Lower it down. Where's ground level? This layer here. Probably gonna want that. Yes, and right up. I think it's one too far. I think right there would be perfect. It does mean that this will have to be leveled out a bit, but that's not too much of an issue. That means the road should attach to that one there. Yeah. All right. And now we're going to need to make a way for our builder to actually get out here, since there is no space in the wall. But then once I have that built, I will look at building the barracks. Pressing the wrong buttons. Let's just leave this hole here for now. Then we'll build the barracks. How about right? That's a little close. Like that, they'll be pressed up against the other two buildings. No, I don't think there's enough space for that. So we would have to put this on the other side. Something like that. That way it doesn't interfere with the house, doesn't interfere with the wall, and there's room to build the towers, the guard towers. Yeah, that works. I don't have the right. It intersected with this, so it wasn't in the colony, so it doesn't count. So I have to wait for this to be built, so that pushes out the boundaries, the colony boundary walls, and then I can build that. While we're here, though, why don't we see about adding the towers? Oh, that looks kind of cool. That almost looks like a tower built into a gate. That is a tower built into a gate. That might be the better option, now that I think about it. Hey, you know what? I'm changing my mind. We're going to go with the Caledonia guard tower. And this will be our gate into the colony instead of that. And my colonist decides she's going to start working on the building now that I've decided I'm not going to build this building. I'm going to have to see if we have simple villagers, because we have another trader here. There he is. Hey, get back here. Let's see. Diamond leggings gives you protection 5, mending, unbreaking 5, and rebound 10. Rebound means that if something hits me, it goes flying. So now I've got 2 pieces of nice diamond armor. Well, okay, this one's not the greatest. It's mending, and I gave it Curse of Bones, which gives me a shield when hit. But The reason I say I need to see about if we have simple villagers. Is it simple villagers? Easy villagers. Easy villagers. That's what it's called. We do have easy villagers. So I want to make up a few of these. So I can go grab myself the... Oh, we can make an iron farm. So we can go grab 2 of the different villagers from this village here. The first was I want that cleric that is in here. We just shift click to pick him up. And then the other one was the librarian that's back here. Let's see. That's the apprentice one. And where'd he go? He's not a librarian, he's a magician. Yeah, this guy here. So we're going to take those 2. And I don't know how we use simple, easy villagers. I never actually got around to it in my Vault Hunter series. So we will find out in a minute. But this way we can have them back at our colony. I think what we do is we place these down and we literally click them into them. But this way we can trade with them quite easily, quite quickly. Yes, that's how they work. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. We have the villager. I don't have any stuff for the trade. I got stuff I could trade him. There we go. Now we can grab emeralds anytime I need some. He sells redstone. I don't need to buy redstone. I would prefer to be able to sell him redstone, but that's not a trade. Anyway, so now we have some nice new leggings with some decent armor. I have been at work making the village look nicer. I've been putting up these lampposts. They are done exactly like the ones that are here. The exception being I'm using a different stone wall as the base. But I've been trying to make roads and put lampposts everywhere so I don't have the floating lights from the Ars Magica magic book anymore. They're very useful. I'm going to keep using them while underground in caves or lighting up outside my base, but I figure putting lampposts just makes it look a little more uniform and nice. And I'm also putting in new roads to make it, again, connect everything, make it look uniform before I start redesigning some of this. Because like I said, what I want to do is expand to over here. And over here is going to be sort of our farm district. But then we'll have this inner area for our glass blower, our sawmill, all that stuff. I'll move the forester also. And yeah, this will be the inner district, and that'll be the farm and agriculture district. But yeah, I'm liking how this is looking with all these lamps. And of course, as I mentioned before, cyan's my favorite color, so I'm using cyan lamps. Because why not? Well, raiders can't get in, but pillagers can. Especially when they spawn in the middle of the village. It's always something, isn't it? Well, looks like he was unsuccessful with resurrecting him. Well, it didn't take long to replace. We got a barbarian raid. It says southwest, so... Aha, there they are. Across the lake. River. But this should keep them from being a nuisance inside. There are a bunch of them, though. Hey, it does keep them from getting inside. There we go. That was much better than the last raid. I was able to solo it. And our gatehouse is done. So we got that going for us too. No actual gate yet, although I can install one. And then we just need to readjust the walls a bit so they connect to the gatehouse. Do a little terraforming over here. Connect this side. And then our base should be much more secure. You notice my inventory is full. I've been working on... Oh, wow. I'm a pincushion. I've been working on upgrading our builder to tier 3. So I can upgrade the town hall to tier 3 so I can start building a few other things. Because we need tier 3 in order to get the sawmill, the stone cutter, the blacksmith, that sort of stuff. So upgrade that, and then start building some new buildings in here, which will require moving some of our old ones. You know, I was thinking, exploring, especially in the Nether, is a pain in the butt, and I can't get an elytra yet. There are ways to craft upgrades to the elytra, but that requires actually getting one to begin with. But there is something else we can make. We can make jetpacks. So, I'm gonna make a jetpack. Let's see, we first need a wooden jetpack. The tier 1. Leather strap, okay. Easy enough. We need wooden thrusters. Needs a wooden energy cell, which needs a basic coil. I need more iron from my other base. Okay, now that we've gotten a whole ton of iron, or at least enough to get through this, let's get back. So I was just looking through, and if you notice, so you have the tier 0. That's the wooden backpack, wooden jetpack. And tier 1 is copper or stone. Obviously, make whichever one you have more material of. Bronze and iron is tier 2, and so silver. Tier 3 is electrum and gold, and invar. So use whatever material you have the most of. I need quite a few of these. We'll start with 6. Actually, I know that's not going to be enough, but it's going to be enough to at least... Yep, see, it's not even enough to make. We're going to need 4 of these. Do these stack? They do stack. Good. And then extra 3, which means I'm going to need at least 1 more of those. No, we're going to need a lot more than those. Okay. So we've got... Let's make 1 of those. That's the capacitor. Then we need to make 6 more of these. How much iron do I have left already? 22. That's not going to be enough. Why did I make all of those? I think I overcounted. Anyway. Wooden backpack. Well, wooden jetpack. Oh, I have a jetpack slot. How nice. Here we go. It's under the Iron Jetpacks mod. Alright, so V toggles the engine, H toggles hover mode. Ascend is not bound, but I should just be able to aim upwards. Or hold down space. Okay. And then fall promptly. By having hover mode on, that's H, you slowly drop. With the more advanced versions, you will actually properly hover and not lose altitude. But this is the very basic tier, so you lose altitude, and it burns through energy real quick. So let's see about upgrading this to the copper version. So for the copper version, I need 5 of these copper energy cells and 6 more of these. So I need 11 of the coils to make the copper one. And then if I'm going to want to make iron, I'm going to need another 11. So I'm going to need a lot more iron. Take half a stack, head back to SGC, process this down, and then come back and make more. Make the rest of the jetpacks. Oh, by the way, if you go to side configuration here and you click auto eject and have the correct factory next to it, it will auto eject whatever produces here into the one next to it. In this case, I have the smelting. So this grinds it down to dust, automatically shoots it over here to be smelted into ingots. And then I could probably put them into the combining factory to turn them into the blocks if I wanted to. That's not necessary right now, but you could do that. Likewise, you could take the crushing factory and put it like over here. So you put the raw ore into the crushing factory will crush it down into dust, which will send into the raw iron, which will then go into the enriching factory, which will then go into the smelting factory. So you can actually chain all these together. And then, you know, we have this pipe down here. We could set up a import bus to the AE system or whatever digital storage we're using, and pull out of here directly into digital storage, so we don't have to manually move stuff around. Okay, let's try this again. I've restocked on iron, so we can try to do this. We need how many of these? We needed 3 for the capacitor, and then we needed 2 for the actual engines or thrusters. So it's always something. Actually, it's 1, 2, 3. We need at least 3 more. All right, toss those in, toss that in. All we need is the capacitor. All right, that's the copper jetpack, and let's make 5 of these. And 2 thrusters, iron capacitor, iron jetpack. Nice. And then toss it in there. I meant in there. That takes a lot more energy than I thought it would. So we need to refill this, because yeah, that takes more than this system has in storage, though SGC should have plenty of power backed up. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got our new backpack, or new jetpack. Okay, you slowly drop, but not that bad. Boy, this is gonna take a little bit of time to get used to the way it works. But there we go. Now we can fly. Get to the top of our mountain. Yeah, it's very nice. And now we can go exploring the Nether with a bit more ease. Though we do burn through the power fairly quickly, so we'll have to be careful about that. And yeah, if I fall, I'm gonna take full fall damage, so that's what the hover mode's good for. Oh, it looks like shift drops you down faster too. I'm going to recharge this. And then I need to go find some of the warped wood or nylium or whatever it's called from the nether, so I can finish upgrading the builder's hut. Well, we got our walls done, we got our guard tower done, and we even got a jetpack. That's much more than I expect to get done today. So, well, we're going to call it here. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you've had a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Later.